I'm on String War.
We gotta get these guys, baby. We gonna get them up.
And we gotta blow up the Death Star, mister. Oh, that's not the. It didn't blow up yet. We gotta attack the Death Star and shoot a proton torpedo here. What is happening? There's noise. Man, I'm confused. All right, start over.
We can't start over. We're in the live
No?
stream.
That's it? All right. All that and a bag of chips on Studio Rejects.
Well, no one said that in a couple decades. Oh, my God. Use the thing, kid. Welcome to Studio Rejects.
Hey, idiot, use that thing, you dingbat.
My name is Will.
My name is Little David.
Oh, guys, so you can probably already tell that something fancy is going on over here. Wouldn't you know it? We are live on the YouTube,
Yes,
so stay excited.
we have decided to live stream our recordings of our podcasts.
So,
Numerino.
this is the first one that you guys know of.
I mean, I guess that's true.
You may see more of Will and Bobby Know Everything style stuff on Monday. But here on Studio Rejects, it is time to put Star Wars to bed, at least on this particular podcast. Last time, Luke joined the Rebels, and they were going to go blow up the Death Star. This time, we're actually going to see what that battle looks like. And we are going to see if anything is different in this version of the script from the final version that we got in theaters.
Now, I thought Yoda was coming.
I don't know why
apparently
you thought
that's
that.
not in the first movie.
It's not in the first movie at all. Like Yoda famously is in Empire when Luke goes to the Dagobah system to train.
Aren't we in the Dagobah system?
No, you fool. We went to Yavin 4. We met Dodonna. Everybody remembers that, even though I had to cut it out of the show because my audio was fucked up.
Oh, you don't get Dodonna?
No, they don't know who Dodonna is. All of a sudden, there's just somebody, if you listen to last week's show, who talks like Will Ferrell and screams all the time, and everybody was like, what the fuck is this? But everyone's seen Star Wars before, so they were fine with it. Or at least that's what I told myself.
Weird.
Basically, you guys, Studio Rejects is a show where we read scripts for movies that are either unfinished or never existed. So this is one of George Lucas's original drafts of Star Wars. The original 3 parts are on iTunes. For those of you listening on iTunes, you can watch this if you go to YouTube and search for TalkBomb. You can watch us read the script. Look at the script while we do it.
Subscribe, baby. It's huge.
This is brand new. The script is right here.
It's
on the screen.
baby.
You can see
oh, that's a good point. I
the
like
shit that we
that.
change.
Yeah, if you watch it, you can listen to the video. Well,
Sure.
with your eyes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, look at the screen, and it's right on the screen next to my shining, beautiful face.
Yeah. So this should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to get into it. This is a brand new experiment for us here on TalkBomb. If you are
Sexual experiment.
If you are
actually.
watching this live, feel free to talk to us in the chat or tweet at us using the hashtag Studio Rejects, and I will try to check it. But I may not.
Make sure you tweet at me at Little David.
And me at Will Rogers 2000, which I'll be the only person you can actually speak to then.
He's got a point.
That's not what Bobby uses on there.
So I want to get everyone on the planet tweeting at Little David, calling him me, and telling him about our shows until this guy gives me his Twitter account.
Well, the real Little David out there is going to feel like a real sweetie. He's going to feel really popular.
He's gonna have my zillions.
All right. Without any further ado, because we really should get through this.
Yeah.
Bob, do you want to give everybody a? I know that you already did give a summary in the beginning
both
that was
did.
very
We both
clear.
just gave a summary. I mean, Luke Starkiller is a young shit boy on a dirt planet, and he eats sand
Space
for a
dicks,
living.
yeah.
He eats space dicks, and he finds some robots and beep boops, and they're getting tracked down by
They just
Darth
get it on.
Warlock.
Yep.
He gets it on.
Chewbacca in this one is a
times.
frightening baboon monkey, and he screams when he laughs.
Yeah, I mean, just watch the first movie, and that's what's happened so far.
And that's what you've seen in the movie every time you've watched it. Okay. Why don't we just jump into it then? It's just literally they're just going to go attack the Death Star. You know what's happening. I'm curious to see this draft, Bob, I picked because I felt like most of George Lucas's previous drafts were really, really dense, and you and I do not like reading just action. However, this has turned out to be a lot of fun, but too similar to the final product.
I agree. There's no like weirdo like
crazy monsters that
like,
you've
I
never
thought,
seen before.
I thought this was going to be the one where Han Solo had a frog face.
Yeah, me too.
I was really excited for that.
Fortunately, I'm a collector and I've collected many versions, so maybe we'll see that someday in the future. But as of right now, I'm curious to see if there's anything really different from what we got. So without any further ado, maybe we should just hop to it because Bobby appears to be melting. Yeah, we gotta. That's really the deadline here.
I don't know this guy.
Finish this before Bobby's face melts,
But the kitties love a baby.
or the melting just continues
You would stick it out of here, babe.
to the point we can't understand him. Oh, Bobby.
Oh.
What are these?
I threw up all over you. Don't touch me.
What are those?
Those are stains.
What are those?
I washed my shirt in the freezer.
I washed my shirt in a soup. I put it in a soup bowl. Oh God, why? Anyway,
All right. That's not different than what I just did, so whatever.
Yeah,
Take
true.
your time.
Okay, so here we are, you guys. If you would like to read along with us, go to TalkBomb.com. We are
Or-
on page 102.
Or
If you're watching us,
go to YouTube and watch us, and you can read along.
That's what we should say from now on. I'm sick of posting PDFs. It makes me tired.
I'm ready for some PDA.
Oh.
Hey, it looks like I'm looking right at you,
Yeah, it looks a lot like I'm looking right at you.
but I'm not.
No, we aren't.
No. Oh,
It doesn't look as
it
ridiculous
doesn't
now
look.
with
Yeah,
the...
it doesn't look strange.
No, it doesn't look weird at all.
However,
If I start here and I...
that looks weird.
That looks weird.
I have to go this way.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Anyway,
okay.
Sorry about that.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Interior, Red Leader starship in the cockpit, traveling. The Y-Wing fighter is filled with various computer readouts and displays. Red Leader looks screen left to the passing Death Star surface, which rotates into horizontal position.
Son, start with the target shift now. Oh, Dutch, stay in and take over if anything happens. Oh. I'm gonna cut you across the axis and try to draw their fire. May some kind of forces be helping you.
I'm still surprised that they say, "May the Force be with you." They don't believe
Really?
in the Force, right?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
They love it, baby.
Okay. The two squads of rebel fighters peel off. The Y ships rise out of the top of the frame. The X-Wing ships dive forward.
Towards the Death Star surface. 1,000 light glow across the dark gray expanse of the huge station. Outside, at another angle, 3 X-Wing fighters dive through the frame towards the Death Star surface, crossing the horizon line of the huge station.
Sorry,
I saw you raising your hand.
No, I did what you hate me doing. I was trying to point at something that's only on the screen. I was trying to point at this little Kermit the Frogman that's back there.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Bobby. hates that.
Alarm sirens scream as soldiers scramble to large turbo-powered laser gun emplacements. No, you can point at those stuff. I just thought you were raising your hand because you wanted me to stop.
No.
Electronic drivers rotate the huge guns into position as the crew adjusts their targeting devices. In the Death Star, men and robots of various shapes and sizes run to their battle stations. Well, maybe a trash can, maybe a little baby. The sound of distant guns pounding away are replaced by the shudder of a nearby artillery battery opening up.
A squad of passing Imperial troopers rush down a hallway in close formation, passing a gunnery crew opening fire. Imperial officers yell out orders through smoke and confusion. Several more armored officers run up to the group, still putting on helmets and equipment. Laser bolts now are spooking around this Death Star outside it.
Yeah. Luke nosedives radically, starting his attack on the monstrous fortress. The Death Star surface streaks past the cockpit window.
This is oh Jesus. This is Blue 5. I'm going in.
I'm right behind you, Blue 5.
In Luke's
He's
starship,
a sex man.
we see through his gun's sight. Laser bolts streak from Luke's weapon, creating a huge fireball explosion on the dim surface. Terror crosses Luke's face as he realizes he won't be able to pull out in time to avoid the fireball.
Pull out. Oh, Luke. You're gonna want to pull out of there, Buster. How do you like me now?
I don't like it, Big. I don't like you.
Didn't think so.
I don't like Point of view from Luke's ship. The huge explosion continues to climb from the surface and the ship dives into it. The explosion dominates the frame. Luke's ship finally emerges from the fireball with the leading edges of his wings slightly scorched. Luke adjusts his controls and breathes a sigh of relief. Flak bursts outside the cockpit window. What?
You all right, baby?
I got a little cooked, but I'm okay.
Feels like my skull's on fire. Who's blue leader?
Oh,
Blue leader, give yourself blue 5. I am blue leader. Give yourself some more time.
leader.
Yeah, I know who I am.
I know dang well.
I don't think you know that I knew that.
I think I know.
I'm pretty sure I already knew. Give yourself some more time. You're going to have to blast yourself out in the sky. Yes, sir. I've got the hang of it now.
On the surface of the Death Star is pockmarked with explosions. Laser bolts crisscross the sky in all directions. 3 X-Wing fighters pass low overhead, dodging the explosions. 3 Y-Wing ships skim the horizon far in the background.
2 ships scream low over the camera, firing on a power terminal. It explodes, generating weird electrical arcs that leap off the station's surface. They're weird and delicious.
You have a point.
In the Death Star, walls buckle and cave in. Troops and equipment are blown in all directions. Stormtroopers stagger out of the rubble. Standing in the middle of the chaos, a vision of calm and foreboding, is Dark Warlock.
Oh my God.
Darth Vader.
One of his Astro officer aides.
That's what is that? No.
What can I do for you?
Hi.
Hey. Hi, how are you?
Why are you so calm?
What? It's kind of foreboding.
Surprising.
Kind of frightening.
Looking frightening over here, sir. We counted at least 30 rebel ships. We stopped somewhere around 30.
30, whatever.
Who cares?
Schmookers.
But those ships are so small, they're all hard to count. No, that's Han Solo.
It's the same voice.
Get the crews to their fighters, baby. You gonna want to lift off immediately. We'll have to destroy them, ship to ship, baby.
Ship to
Oh, baby.
Ready room
I'm
chaos.
a big
What?
baby.
Red scramble lights are flashing. Who installed all these scramble lights? Turn these
Get
off.
these fucking scramble lights out of here.
Turn off all these scramble
Turn these
lights.
lights off.
I hate
Turn that
these
off.
things. Imperial Star pilots are already in their space pants. Grab helmets and space pants as they scramble out the door.
All right. I'm just going to accept that. Like, that's
what it is.
said.
It's definitely what it said.
Yeah.
Full shot, an X-Wing fighter, Wade, skims
Wedge,
close.
it says. You okay, Bill?
I think I'm having an
Can I
aneurysm.
take a break?
Skims close to the surface of the Death Star, maneuvering among gun towers and projecting superstructures. Smoke belches from the giant laser guns as they wind up their turbine generators to create sufficient power. The crew rushes about preparing another laser blast. What? Even the troopers' headgear is not adequate to protect them from the overwhelming noise of the monstrous weapon. One trooper bangs his helmet with his hand in an attempt to kill himself.
I don't know what. I don't know.
What happened? They fired a laser?
Oh, they're just firing giant laser guns, and the noise is very loud.
That's really it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue leader flies through a heavy hail of flak.
Okay, Luke, I'll come on down and tell me when you're off the block.
In Luke's starship, Luke, what? Pilot leaders. I don't know who. What the fuck?
I think we're just seeing Luke.
All right. Pilot leader's X-Wing flies past Luke. Whatever.
What you scroll? What? I can't even.
What's
see
Luke
it.
say?
I don't.
I'm on my way in now.
Well, watch yourself. There's a lot of fire coming from the right side of that deflection tower.
I'm on it.
Luke flings his X-Wing into a twisting dive across horizons and down onto the dim gray surface. Shot from Luke's guns, laser bolts streak towards the onrushing Death Star surface. Several small radar emplacements erupt in flame. Laser fire erupts from a protruding tower on the surface.
Now we see Luke again in his starship cockpit. The blurry Death Star surface races past the cockpit window as a big smile sweeps across Luke's face at the success of his run. Flak thunders on all sides of him. The Death Star superstructure races past Luke as he maneuvers his craft through the wall of laser fire and peels away from the surface toward the heavens.
Yeah, the thunder and smoke of the big guns reverberates throughout the massive structure. Many soldiers rush about in the smoke and chaos, silhouetted by the almost continual flash of explosion.
Biggs dives through a forest of radar domes, antenna, and gun towers as he shoots low across the Death Star surface. A dense barrage of laser fire streaks by on all sides.
Imperial Star pilots dash in unison to a line of small auxiliary hatches that lead to Imperial TIE fighters.
We should just start doing some read-ahead shit,
Yeah.
because there's just shit happening. Technical crews run around and do stuff with cables.
Vader slides into a cramped place.
Woo!
And then he puts a little helmet on his hands.
I gotta protect my hands.
I have the most beautiful hands in the universe.
Like, where's my hand helmet?
Technical personnel rush all around him, making last-minute adjustments. The impression is that of a champion boxer between rounds.
Princess Leia is surrounded by stuff and generals, and she paces nervously in front of lights. On all sides, technicians are doing things, and Dodonna watches quietly. One of the officers speaks into his headset.
Squad leaders, we've picked up a new creeper signals. Uh-oh. That's not good, baby. Look out, baby. Whoopee.
Erp.
Oh.
Luke looks around to see if he can spot the approaching Imperial fighter. My scope's negative. I don't see anything.
The Death Star surface sweeps past as Blue Leader searches the sky for the Imperial fighter. Flak pounds at his ship.
Who's pilot leader? They keep
I
changing
know,
names.
Pilot Leader
Is
and
it
Blue Leader.
or Red Leader?
I think Blue Leader is like a Nick Cage kind of Southern accent.
Fuck it. Last time I just did Brack. Keep your visual scanning with all this jamming.
It's Brack.
It's Brack.
It's Brack.
Help me on top before you can
Fuck,
scope
man.
can pick them up.
Oh, fucking
That's
Brack. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Highway 40. No.
Silhouetted against the rim lights of the Death Star horizon, 4 ferocious Imperial TIE ships dive on the Rebel fighters. 2 of the TIE fighters peel off and drop out of frame. Pan with the remaining 2, please.
Biggs panics when he discovers a TIE ship on his tail. The horizon in the background twists around as he peels off, hoping to lose the Imperial fighter.
Biggs! Oh, you've picked one up. Watch it!
I can't see it. Where is he, baby?
Biggs zooms off the surface and into space.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye forever, Luke. Closely followed by an Imperial TIE fighter. The TIE ship fires several laser bolts at Biggs, but misses. Biggs sees the TIE ship behind him and swings around, trying to avoid him.
He's on me tight. Tighter than my mama's panties. What?
What is that?
Well,
If somebody said that in like a Will Ferrell movie or a Judd Apatow movie, it'd be immediately followed by, "What does that even mean?"
I don't even know what that means, and I just said it, baby. No. Time to get my milk. Full shot. Biggs gets some milk at a high altitude, peels off, and dives towards the Death Star surface, but he is unable to lose the TIE fighter, who sticks close to his tail.
Luke is flying upside downy. He rotates his ship around. So he's just a fucking idiot.
Okay.
He's just stupid. Like, this is the equivalent of somebody, if like Dudley Do-Right mounting a horse backwards.
Yeah, and then he just fixes it.
No, whatever.
Hang on, I'm coming in, whatever. Biggs and the tailing TIE ship dive for the surface, now followed by a fast-gaining Luke. After Biggs goes out of the frame, pan with Luke chasing the Imperial fighter.
In the foreground, the Imperial fighter races across the Death Star surface, closely followed by Luke in the background. TIE fighter in foreground, Luke does a thing and dives. Luke rotates his ship, and the Death Star does a thing. The electronic sights line up, and Luke got him!
And then
when it explodes.
And then we omit a couple
and then
of
a couple
scenes.
things don't happen. And then Wedge rolls in, and passes a ship. And then Blue Leader soars up. And then John D., remember him?
Oh,
Big
great. I
deal.
bet he's going to die.
He's got a scar. He adjusts his thing. I'm on it. I definitely won't die. Now
It's me, John D. Remember me?
John
the
D.
guy you've known the whole movie?
The D stands
Definitely
for
not
do
gonna
no
die.
wrong.
The D stands for doomed.
The D stands for doesn't die.
Don't die.
A TIE ship races by and follows him. We see John, the ship's on him. John closes the ship, and it skims. Fuck it.
All right,
John
let's
reaches
make
up
it at
and
least
pulls
so
a
we know a
lever.
little bit what's happening.
Okay. John is gonna pull the trigger on a cannon. The ship is blown into oblivion. John is happy about it. Oh, good shooting, Blue Six. Now watch it. You've got one on your tail.
John D's smile disappears, and he looks around, and there's nothing around him, but then there's a little explosion around John's ship. John's X-Wing races past the camera, and then the ship is following him, right? Chasing him, killing him, shooting his guns. And then John D dies.
Well, he gets hit, and then he goes, "How is this possible? I thought I was the main character.
I never thought I would die like this.
I can't believe that I can't believe I'm gonna die. I thought that I was the focal
I thought I
point.
was gonna be the hero here. John D's X-Wing explodes.
I'm not on the poster.
Parts fly everywhere. I think he is. I think there's an exploding ship on.
I think if you pay attention to the Star Wars poster, they're right in the middle in focus. It's just him. Yeah,
standing like that
yeah,
in an exploding spaceship.
Red X over his face.
This is dead.
3PO, Princess Leia, and her generals listen and watch the battle on a huge view screen. Suddenly, the image flickers and goes dead, but the sound remains. Technicians run to and fro trying to fix it.
The high band receiver has failed. I repeat, it will take some time to fix. I did not repeat, but I will fix this. Do not worry.
I forgot to repeat.
I forgot to say it twice.
Keep it down. Switch to audio.
Keep it down. Switch to speak on audio, but
Switch to audio and then darn it down.
everyone moves about, listening to the battle over the intercom.
Tighten it up, Bluetooth. Tighten it up. Watch those towers.
Who's Wedge?
That's a southern guy. Wasn't Wedge the... Well, I don't know. Wasn't he like a
No, that was
charming
Biggs.
50s? Oh.
Heavy fire, boss. There's 23, approximately, repeating, of course.
Ew! Stop it.
Degrees.
I think Wedge may have been Nick Cage.
Heavy fire, boss. 23 degrees. Come on. Hit me.
Is that what you needed? Is that what you want?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted.
I see it. Pull in. We're picking up some interference.
I can't believe it. I've never seen a place so sweet in all my life, baby. Ha cha cha.
Pull in, Blue 5. Pull in. Luke, do you read me, Luke?
I'm all right, Chief. I've got a target, and I'm going in to check it out.
There's too much action down there, Luke. Get out. Do you read me, Luke? Get it on out. Get on out of there.
In the war room, Leia stands frozen.
Get on out.
You're going to want to get it out.
You're going to want to get on out.
I don't know. You heard about this. You might want to get it out.
I want to get it out.
Leia's listening. She's worried. Break it off, Luke. Acknowledge. We've hit too much interference. Luke, I repeat, break off. I can't see him. Blue 6, you see Blue 5?
I've lost Luke. There's heavy fire on my skull. I feel like my skull's on fire. On this side. On this whole outside. My scanner's jammed. Blue 5, where are you? Luke, are you all right?
Feels like my skull's on fire.
Feels like my skull's on fire. I'm all right.
I think Ben Franklin invented these.
This is what Benjamin Frankel made. Ben Frankel made these.
This is what Ben Frankel made. It's John Penderson, all right.
This is what Ben Frankel made. He hid these from me for 5 zillion years.
He's gone.
In the abyss of power.
He's dead. He's gone, baby. He's gone.
A sigh of relief sweeps
No,
across...
wait, I didn't read the thing.
Oh, I got...
He's gone.
Great.
Dead. My sweet boy. What has become... No, there he is. He's fine. Kid's fine.
That's pretty much the line.
Kid's fine.
That's amazing. A sigh of relief sweeps across the war room. Leia holds onto a chair and composes herself, knowing Luke is safe. She also composes a song about how she's happy he's safe, which goes like this.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby, yeah.
I love you, I love you.
I want to kiss and hug you.
Sounds like a 70s. I want to kiss and hug you.
I feel fine, because I want to kiss and hug you. In the Death Star, a man belches, and troopers hook up more power cables. And then troopers ride a big gun.
What?
Brace themselves as it fires. They're riding a big gun.
Shouldn't do that.
Probably don't do that. Brace themselves as it fires and recoils, causing an entire room to shudder.
Laser bolts blast through the night sky, and troopers carry exhausted comrades out of the gun port as fresh gunners jump into the huge weapon. They jump into the weapon.
They jump into the
Stormtroopers are
barrels of
so
the guns.
expendable, they're using them as bullets in a giant gun.
And they're just calling them lasers.
Now that's more interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck it, it's a laser.
Fuck it. These guys are fucking lasers.
I'm pretty
Just
sure this
shut
counts.
up.
I'm pretty sure it
This
counts.
is
This
fine.
is a laser, yeah. Around the Death Star, Luke dives out of the stars toward the Death Star surface, past two TIE ships in the background. He maneuvers his ship as the twisting, blurry surface of the Death Star zooms by outside the cockpit. Stay close, Blue 5. Where are you going? My scope picked up a lateral stabilizer. I'm going to try for it. We see... Can you read this? I gotta drink this.
From Luke's gun sight, Luke skims the Death Star surface as his laser homes in on a small projection, which explodes in a ball of fire. The princess is beside 3PO now and seems angry and scared at the same time. Why is Luke?
A little angry at him and a little afraid of him.
Why is Luke taking so many chances?
This is my voice I'm beaming to you. My sister. You don't know that yet.
Neither do I.
Could you be?
But
Could it be?
I'll reveal it now. Got it. I'm moving south for the other one.
Watch your back, baby. Fighters above you. Getting it on up there.
Some fighters getting it on.
Look out, Lukey boy.
Leia strains to hear more clearly. 3PO listens nervously to the continuing battle.
Help him, baby. You gotta go help him.
Can you do... I'll hold this for you. Can you do the arms?
Yo, 3PO, you gotta go help him.
My word.
R2, and you gotta keep holding on, mister.
My
Come
word,
on,
R2.
baby. My word, baby. Do you have a shirt that could fit me?
On the surface of the Death Star, Luke continues his dive as a TIE fighter appears on his tail and begins to close fast. Luke spots the TIE fighters behind him and soars away from the Death Star surface.
I can't shake him.
Wedge dives across the horizon toward Luke and the TIE fighter.
Wedge, the Death Star whips below him.
Oh,
I'm on him, Luke. Hold on.
Wedge's hand activates the firing switch on the compact Rebel fighter. We see a shot from his gun as the TIE ship explodes against the stars. Luke's ship can be seen far in the distance.
Biggs races along against a star background.
Thanks, Wedge.
Good shooting, baby, Blue 6. I'm coming in. Hey, Porkins.
Yes, but I'm right here. I've been here the whole time, and you forgot about me.
How come I didn't hear from you before?
I'm starting to worry that I'm not the main character either.
That's weird. I didn't realize you were here, Porkins. I wonder if you're gonna die.
Been here 100% of the time. I'm sure I'm about to die.
Cover me, you pig beast.
I don't even have anything for you to tell my loved ones because I don't have any.
Full shot. Biggs' X-Wing peels off and dives towards the Death Star surface. Biggs' gun sight, what? Oh, POV of his gun sight as his lasers hit the Death Star surface, blowing up a small tower. Lasers stream towards cameras. What?
What?
From the surface, a chain reaction is set off, creating a series of explosions leaping across the surface of the fortress from terminal to terminal.
Porkins, Blue Pig. It's
Okay.
his wow, what a clever title. His name is Pork and his nickname is Pig. Stupid.
Porky Pig.
The Death Star horizon rotates outside the cockpit as the control panel inside Pig's ship go wild.
I've got a problem here. I'm definitely about to die. My
Uh,
converter
yep.
is also going nuts.
You better eject, baby. You read me, baby?
I'm all right. I'm sure I'll be fine. Give me a little room, Biggs. Lay off me. I'm starving.
I think you might explode now.
No way. That's definitely not going to happen ever.
They race over mechanical surface gun emplacements to follow them relentlessly. Flak explosions are everywhere. Perkins, his cockpit explodes over the low-altitude horizon of the Death Star. Oh, no.
Oops.
Porkins' X-Wing comes apart in a million flaming pieces against the stars. As Imperial troops watch from a gun emplacement in the foreground.
Did anything even happen to him? It sounds like his ship malfunctioned. Like
It didn't sound like he got hit with anything. It sounded he was just like, hold on, my ship is fucked.
I had to build my ship myself.
Yeah, and then they were like, you might want to leave, Porkins. He went, nah, fuck it, whatever.
Fuck.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm sure it's fine. I'll pilot this thing down onto this right into the moon.
That's all right. I'll just fucking crash this thing and end my life.
That's no moon, you fucking pig.
I'll just land on this horrible planet moon thing. Troops rush towards the scene of the crash. Biggs reacts to the destruction of his comrade and wingman. General Dodonna approaches the princess and speaks in a calm, hushed voice.
I'm sure
But
she
we don't
does.
hear what she says. We have
Thankfully.
no idea what she says. It's omitted.
Red Leader peels off and starts toward the long trenches of the Death Star.
We gotta get him out of there!
I don't want to alarm you. I'm going to try to keep it down.
Get off the shed!
Pig is dead.
He was my husband! He's a piggy!
I hated him. I hate my pig husband.
Sorry, go on.
Stupid.
Red Leader peels off and starts towards the long trenches at the Death Star surface pole. The background rushes towards us.
Whatever. You're Red Leader.
I thought you were Red Leader.
No, I was Blue Leader.
Who's Red Leader?
Movie magic.
Blue Leader,
Oh, God.
this is Red Leader. We are starting an attack one, and the exhaust port is marked and locked in. No flak, no bad guys, okay? It looks like we got a smoothie at it. I'm gonna get a smoothie later. Maybe I'll get a smoothie when this is over. Maybe. Would you believe that could happen? I get a smoothie. A smoothie. You get it? You get a smoothie.
I can't get a smoothie with you.
Get away from me!
I copy Red Leader. I'm in a smoothie too. I'll keep him busy.
Once on a dark and scary night, the phone rang. And I picked up. I said, hello. And there is the man on the line said, wow. And I said, who is this? And he hung up. And I called the operator and I said, track the last call. And she said, oh, it's coming from the old crazy house down the road. And I said, oh, that's just Crazy John. I wonder what he wanted.
Is that from a record? What is that?
That's from Cartoon Planet.
Well, it's Brack, but I feel like it was on a record for some reason.
They had two CDs. Yeah, I had them both.
It's weird. All right. So Blue Leader is going to keep him busy. Full shot, 3 Y-Wing fighters of the Red Group dive out of the stars toward the Death Star surface. Red Leader approaches the surface and pulls out to skim the surface of the huge station. The ship moves into a deep trench. The surface streaks past in front of them. Blue Leader looks around and makes some adjustments.
There it is. I remember Jamba Juice. And I remember... what else has smoothies? Happy?
Happy.
Juice.
Happy Juice.
Happy Juice.
That's not what they call it. No
Remember?
one calls it that.
When you think you're close.
I don't know how to answer that because no one calls it that.
When you think you're close, go a little closer. Then you'll be really close. And you'll be even closer than you thought you were.
It's not wrong. Not wrong.
Red Leader races down the enormous trench that leads to the exhaust port. Laser bolts begin to race towards him in increasing numbers, occasionally exploding near the ship, causing it to bounce about.
They're scary.
Those are 2 different people. Fuck it. All right, just keep going. Red 5 is a pilot in his early five. He's 5.
He's early 5s.
How many guns are there, Red 5?
He's in his early 5. That's why he's red 5.
I think there's almost over
This many guns.
over
I think there's over this many.
14. Is that 13, 14, or 15?
15.
15. Hey,
I think there's over 15.
I think I found the flaw in having children pilot these warships.
Over 15.
So we're reading Ready Player One on Book Club Schmuck Club, and I was reading one part of it today where the main character goes like, I've seen that movie over 4 dozen times. And it really stuck in my head, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? 4 dozen times would be 48 times. If you saw it over 48 times...
Just say 50.
But maybe he saw it exactly 49 times. And
I've seen that movie almost 50 times.
how close to...
One off.
Why don't you just say that then?
Because it was,
Saw it over 4 dozen times, but less than 50.
I saw it 4 dozen and 1/3 times.
So bizarre. Full tracking shot. 3 Y-wings skim past the Death Star surface deep in the trench as laser bolts streak past on all sides. An exterior surface gun blazes away at the oncoming rebel fighters. Red Leadership skims the blurred canyon surface, heading into a vertical wall of laser fire, which creates an almost slit scan effect. I think that's
slit scan.
I think that's what it looks like when they go into light speed. I feel like that's what that effect is called. Where the 3 Y-wing fighter. Did I jump ahead? No, I didn't. 3 Y-wing fighters race toward camera and zoom overhead through a hail of laser fire. Red Leader pulls his computer targeting device down in front of his eye. Laser bolts continue to batter the rebel craft.
So it's the targeting computer, okay?
It sounds like you're also a child.
Red team is young.
Red team is all kids.
Yeah, switch to the big boys.
Red 2, a younger pilot, about 4 times younger than Luke's age.
So he's... Shit.
4 times younger.
So he's about 5?
It's 4 times less than... Can you do that with...
What's 4 times younger? Is that just... Wait.
Can you do that with math?
Wait. So if he's 20, 4 times 20, and then subtract that? Or are you dividing 20 by 4?
4 times younger.
I'm 4 times younger than you, which means he's 5. Or he's negative 60.
That's really difficult. I don't think that is admissible as language. Right? Because you can't... I'm 4 times younger. If I was 4 times older than you, that makes sense.
Then you just multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 times younger, you divide.
It's just division?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
I don't know. All right, well, whatever. He's 4 times younger than Luke. He pulls down his pants and adjusts himself. The ship shudders under the intense laser barrage. When computers walked in, I'm getting a signal. Now.
Red 5 adjusts his pants in front of him. He seems oblivious to the laser flak. He's very cool and sure of himself.
No doubt about it.
Same voice.
I know. I couldn't fucking do it.
This is going to be real easy. I'm going to live for sure.
No doubt about it. This is going to be some twick.
Over Red Leader's shoulder, as the fighter begins to approach the target area, suddenly all the laser fire stops. An eerie calm clings over the trench as the surface whips past in a blur.
What's that? They stopped.
I don't like this. It's scary.
The Y-wings... saw you staring at me there.
It's spooky.
It's spooky.
Spooky.
The Y-wings dive through the narrow trench flat out. There is now no laser fire to slow them down. Red 5 looks behind him. I'm also far... Is this the same person?
Is the same guy.
One? Stabilizer wheel deflectors. Watch for enemy fighters.
There they are. I see 3 and 2 and 10.
Thank you.
What?
In the background, a computer voice can be heard calling out the distance of the target. 45, 40, 32, 420, 21. We're there.
We're sitting ducks down here.
We'll have to wide it out.
My Pops.
Pops.
Pops is the oldest of the fucking children
He's
space
7.
pilots. Yeah, he's 5.
You're the leader.
Red 5 is in his early 5s.
Of course.
3 Imperial TIE ships in precise formation dive almost vertically towards the Death Star surface. Darth Vader calmly adjusts his control stick as the stars whip past the window above his head.
38104, baby. I'll take them myself, baby. Cover me. So, well, when I say cover me, I guess I'm not going by myself after all. So technically, I wanna take them myself, but I'm just gonna cover me in case.
I just want to be alone right now. Will you come with me?
Will you come be along with me?
Vader lines up Red 2 in his targeting computer. The cockpit explodes around Red 2. And then something happens. The Death Star races by outside the cockpit of Red Leader's window as he adjusts his targeting device.
I'm trapped down here. I can't maneuver. I'm too close.
I'm cold.
I'm cold. I'm sick. I might throw up.
I'll throw up, you guys.
I threw up.
Stay on target. Stay on target. Don't throw up.
The 3 TIE fighters race along in the trench in a tight formation. Vader calmly adjusts his targeting computer and pushes the fire button. Something happens. Red Leader panicked. I don't know.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know what happened.
It's no good. Bye-bye.
He gets hit.
Bye-bye.
So I wonder what happened when he pushed that button. How are these things omitted? All right.
Red Leader explodes in a ball of flames. Bye-bye.
No more of him.
Yeah, from Darth Vader's ship as the Y-Wing fighter peels off and heads towards space. The horizon drops away as Vader follows.
Red 5 to Blue Widow. A boarding 1 under heavy fire. TIE fighter came out of nowhere. I can't wait.
Vader adjusts his control stick, then presses the firing button. One of the engines explodes on Red 5's Y-winged fighter, blazing and out of control. He dives past the horizon towards the Death Star surface, passing a TIE fighter during his descent.
Red 5, a veteran of countless campaigns, spins towards his death. Are you all right? I was Tywee. My favorite celebrity. Remember when Shannon McQueen saw Tywee?
pooped her pants. I think she talked like this, too.
I think everybody's going to know that story, right?
I think
Well,
everyone
Bobby,
knows.
Bobby saw. Well, Bobby didn't see. Evidently, there was a girl in high school with Bobby who, according to Bobby, pooped her pants when she saw
Tyree on a field trip and pooped her spandex pants.
And then Bobby, years later, after graduation, was home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, shit, I forgot about
And
that.
at a bar and remember that story and started screaming. Remember when Shannon McClain pooped her green spandex because she saw Tyree, and it turned out that Shannon McClain was like 5 feet away and glaring at Bob.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Tyree?
He's a famous actor?
Who knows?
Singer?
I think you mean Tyrese, but no one knows.
I told that story at work the other day, and they said, "Who's Tyree?" I don't know.
I don't know. But
It's a guy.
He's worth pooping for. It better be good.
But it's gonna be good. It'll be good.
I can't wait. Oh, God, I saw Tyree. You know what must happen next.
I lost my Dutch.
Get me this spandex. I was Tyree. I was Dutch. They come from behind. They can't maneuver in the trench. Sorry, I'm a baby. Bye-bye.
So long, Dave.
Blue Leader reacts to the loss of his old friend. Blue Boys, this is Blue Leader. Rendezvous at Mark 6.1. All wings reporting.
Blue Leader, this is Blue 10. I'll copy, baby.
This is Blue 2. I'm
this is
flying. What? It's Wedge? It's time my enemies share my dread. Swear to me.
It's time my enemies share my dread. Luke looks back and sees an Imperial TIE fighter on his tail. His ship wobbles as he tries to maneuver away from it.
This is Blue 5. I have a problem here. I'll be right with you.
Luke takes evasive action, diving towards the surface. The TIE ship drops in behind him as Luke continues his dive, then soars up, leaving the Death Star far below. Biggs flies at a high altitude, although there's no such thing as altitude in space. Biggs spots his friend in trouble. I see you, baby. Stay with me.
This is not a spoiler for The Force Awakens, though we will be doing a full spoiler cast on Will and Bobby Know Everything coming out on Monday.
Loved the ships.
The ships actually were super cool looking.
Really cool.
But this is not a spoiler. Oscar Isaacs, who plays Poe Dameron in the movie, he is the pilot guy. He was on Conan, and he said that he asked Han Solo, Harrison Ford, for advice about how to be a pilot, both because Harrison Ford plays Han Solo, and because Harrison Ford is a pilot in real life. And so he was asking him about like aerodynamics, what's the best way to look like I'm piloting the ship right? And Harrison Ford's advice was, it's fake and it's in space.
Right.
And that's the advice he gave. And he's just like, okay, very good.
It's fake and it's in space.
Very good. I'll
Very good.
take that under advisement.
At an incredible speed, Biggs' fighter drops through the frame, racing for Luke. Luke with TIE ship in the background. The TIE ship fires a laser at Luke, could be a stormtrooper, and it streaks overhead, causing the entire fighter to shudder.
Blasted, Biggs. Where the tank are ya?
Luke races towards the horizon. From over the TIE pilot's shoulder, he fires another laser at Luke and watches his targeting device intently waiting for Luke to get in the crosshairs. Suddenly, he looks up in surprise as Biggs drops into view just ahead and races towards him, firing both guns. The TIE fighter explodes in a fiery hell.
Luke peels off his clothes and heads for Blue Leader. Sorry.
Mama!
Sorry.
Good move, Biggs.
Omitted. Biggs, the horizon twists wildly behind his head.
I'm just getting started,
Sounds like he's going to die soon.
baby.
We see Biggs race past Luke doing a victory roll.
Put me at the target, baby.
Dodonna, in the Masasi outpost in the war room, moves to the intercom as he fiddles with the computer keys. Dodonna's a boy?
Blue Leader, what kind of keys are these? Take this one, take this one, take this one. Fiddle, fiddle.
Fiddle.
Fiddle with these. Double check your attack. Have your wingmen hold back and cover for you. Keep half of your group out of range to make the next run.
Copy, base 1, blue 10, blue 12, join with me.
You might be a redneck.
The X-Wings level off over the Death Star surface. That's Leader 10 and 12. Blue Leader looks over at his wingman. Blue 5, this Blue Leader. Luke, take blue 2 and 3. Hold up here and wait for my signal to start your run.
Luke flies high over the Death Star surface.
May the 4th be with you. Biggs, Wedge. Let's fry this turkey.
I think I could use a cooler line.
Yeah.
There. Punch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Luke, Biggs, and Wedge fry this turkey. The high-altitude horizon twists as Blue Leader starts his dive towards the Death Star surface.
So it's basically, let's fry this turkey. They do.
They do.
Blue Leader, the high-altitude horizon twists, and they dive toward the surface. Blue 10, Blue 12, stay back until we spot those fighters, then cover me.
Remember when we guested for that writing session of Monk, and I thought that one guy was Brack?
Yeah, holy shit.
He looked exactly like Brack.
That was the stupidest thing. Bobby could have, when we looked it up, he was not.
It was not Brack.
I mean, the guy that voices Brack writes Monk? I don't know why that sounds
I
weird.
don't know, man.
Like, weirder things have happened. Like, just because he voices Brack doesn't mean he's so rich or so famous that he wouldn't write Monk. But
Yeah.
it just seemed
Well, I do
unlikely.
have a call to arms for our listeners out there. I
by all
need to
means.
find an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast
Okay.
where Brack plays a character. I believe his name is Andy. I'm not sure. That may just be the character I'm playing. But he is in a Space Ghost costume, and he's talking like Brack. And it's the funniest thing I ever remember seeing as a child, and I need you guys to find it for me.
All right.
I cannot find it.
Guys, you know what to do? Do that.
Do that. Blue Leader's X-Wing drops down to the surface, leading to the exhaust port. X-10 and X-12 drop towards the Death Star surface. Blue Leader's in the trench. Blue 10 and 12 move further and further. They drop out of frame. The silence of the deep trench is spooky, like a ghost. Blue Leader looks around nervously, checks his instruments.
This doesn't seem right.
Well, you should be able to see it by now.
Who are you?
Hey there, champ. It's me.
You scared the hell out of
Ronald
me!
Reagan. You've got to
This
fight
is crazy!
for me.
Ah! It's so quiet in here until you spoke up. The magnetic disruption down here is unbelievable. Disruption. Disruption. I think my instruments are off. Is this the right trench?
Blue Leader's X-Wing races towards the camera and zooms overhead. 10 and 12 are far in the distance. From inside Blue Leader's ship, laser bolts begin to stream towards him from the end of the trench. The rebel craft shudders under the turbulence. 10 and 12 blast through a wall of laser fire, leading to the exhaust port. Laser bolts streak around Blue Leader.
It's not going to be easy with that tower there. Stand by to close up when I tell you.
Blue Leader plows through the trench filled with laser fire. A huge remote control laser cannon fires at the approaching rebel fighters.
Bob, how big is that laser cannon?
Huge.
How big?
It's huge.
This is the biggest laser cannon I've ever built in my life.
It's huge.
It's
huge.
My
Huge.
laser cannon's huge.
Laser cannons. Huge.
Oh, God. Full shot laser streak. Is that right?
I'll just keep reading.
Fuck it. Inside the Blue Leader's fighter. He roams down the trench. Suddenly, the laser stops. He looks around for the other TIE fighters. This is it! Keep your eyes open for those fighters!
Blue 10 and 12 race along through the now silent trench. 10 looks around for the fighters.
All short and long range scopes are blank. There is too much interference. Blue 5, do you see any spooky things?
Luke looks down at the Death Star surface before him. Well, that thing is pretty spooky. I guess.
ghosts are spooky.
Coming in 0.35. Repeating, of course.
Blue 10 looks up and sees the fighters.
I see them.
Jesus Christ.
3 TIE fighters dive into a tight formation. The sun reflects off their dominant solar fins as they loop towards the Death Star surface. Blue Leader pulls his targeting device in front of his eye and makes several adjustments.
I'm in range. Target's ready. Coming up. Just hold them for a few seconds.
Wedge was Ace Ventura.
That's
I
right.
think so.
I think you're right, because I think that we did do like, do not go in there.
Vader adjusts his control lever and dives on the X-Wing fighter.
Close up the formation, baby. I'll take that myself.
So instead of, it's
Close up the formation, baby.
point of view from Vader's TIE ship as he rapidly approaches the 2 X-Wings in Blue 10 and 12. Vader's laser cannon flashes below the view of the front porthole. Blue 12, his ship explodes, filling the cockpit with smoke and flames. He explodes against the wall of the trench. Blue 10 works at his controls furiously, trying to avoid the fighter behind him.
I can't hold them. You better let it loose. We're closing on you.
Blue Leader is concentrating on his targeting device. We're almost home! Steady! Steady!
Blue Leader and Blue 10 race through the trench.
They're right behind me.
Yay! Blue Leader takes careful aim and watches his computer targeting device. Computer targeting device lines up and target in the crosshairs and fires and the thing with the pudding.
With the pudding
Their
and the
computers,
pops.
their computers were programmed by the top mind of
Bill
1979. Almost there! Torpedoes away! We look into the trench as the 2 X-Wings pull up and zoom out before a huge explosion billows out of the trench. Blue Leader looks back at the receding Death Star. Teeny tiny explosions are in the background. They use teeny tiny lasers.
It's a hit. We've done it.
No, we haven't. It didn't go in. It just exploded on the surface.
Vader and his 2 wingmen race down the trench and zoom overhead. Vader pulls back on his control stick, and the horizon rips through the port behind his head.
Take them, baby. You're gonna wanna take them. You're gonna
Baby.
get it on, baby. You're gonna get it on.
You won't take 'em.
Vader's hand pulls the trigger of his laser cannon. The ship shudders as the laser bolt screams away.
We see from Vader's ship as Blue 10 finally explodes, blowing debris. He exploded, but he had time.
Bye-bye.
So he's fine. He's just waving.
Gotta go. I guess I'm done. I'm stuck in space now.
I'll float away.
I'm gonna live forever out in the stars.
Am I a ghost?
I'm gonna go to Earth, Mars. What? What?
What? What did you say?
I was trying to basically say he's going to come into our galaxy.
Earth Mars.
I said Earth Mars. the fuck that
man.
is. Vader swings his ship around for the next kill.
I'll take him, baby. You gotta go back.
He keeps just saying the same thing.
I'll do that.
Well, all the shit, this is all just people doing the same shit.
I'll do that.
They're all just...
Wait. Nope. I'll do this one.
Vader peels off in pursuit of Blue Leader, whatever. Luke tries to spot him. Blue 5, Blue Leader, move into position, Luke. Start your attack run, stay low, and it's not going to be easy. Are you all right? They're on top of me, but I'll definitely survive. Blue 5 to Blue, pack. Let's go, Choo-choo.
High altitude, the Death Star surface rushes towards the ships as they peel off and dive towards the trench. Blue Leader flies over the medium altitude Death Star surface, glancing back at Darth Vader, and dives to avoid him. Vader passes Blue Leader, firing a laser bolt that creates a small explosion in one engine. An R2 unit scrambles back to the engine on Blue Leader's X-Wing fighter in an attempt to repair it. Blue Leader watches his readouts, which are going wild.
R2, shut off the main fan of the starboard engine. Hang tight, this could get rough, but I think it'll be fine.
Luke looks down at the Death Star surface.
Blue Leader, we're right above you. Turn to .05 and we'll cover for you. I have no idea what that means. Then I'll come to get you. No, you stay there. I'm going to live forever. Are you all right? I definitely am. Bye-bye. Blue Leader plows into the Death Star surface.
Definitely fine. Are you all right? Definitely. Bye-bye.
Nothing to worry about.
Fucking stupid.
So dumb.
As he plows.
I'll
Blue
come get you.
Leader's-
Stop, stay there.
It's so funny. I'll set up for your attack run. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yep.
Boom! Blue
Who, me?
Leaders plows into the Death Star surface.
Me? Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I think so.
I'm fine.
I think so. And then he plows into the surface.
Jesus.
High altitude of Death Star surface as Blue Leader buys it. That means dies, I guess, creating a tremendous explosion far
buys
below.
the farm.
Luke looks out the window of his X-Wing at the explosion far below. For the first time, he feels the helplessness of the situation.
We've lost my best friend.
Dodonna and the Princess Leia listen intently to the talk between pilots. The room is grim after Blue Leader's death. Princess Leia nervously paces the room. Can they go on?
They must.
We've lost a lot of people. Without Blue Leader, how will they regroup?
Close it up, Wedge. Big, where are you, buddy?
Coming in right behind you, baby.
Yeah, okay, boss. We're in position.
Dear Goku.
Gohan!
Gohan!
Gohan! You can't hold back. Do it now!
You can't hold back. Fuck, man.
I know it's hard. That didn't sound too good. Gohan!
The you can't hold back was fucking great, dude. Do it now! The three X-Wing fighters are lined up over the Death Star surface. The blurred horizon streaks by in the background. Luke, with vertical Death Star horizon in background. He struggles with one of his controls, which seems to be malfunctioning.
Trust your feelings, my pathetic little wormy friend.
Ben?
It's me.
Yeah? They should have...
Just hanging out.
I hope they shot an alternate version where then like Luke looks outside his window and Ben is like... like flying.
I'm a ghost now.
He's completely nude. Nude.
It's totally nude.
Totally nude.
And his nude.
Trust your feelings, my sweet friend.
Luke isn't sure about that.
Not sure about that.
Taps his helmet, intercom. You just fuck it. Just scroll then. That's fine.
Here, take it back.
His puzzled look gives way to concentration as he starts his run.
What the fuck was that? Was that a ghost?
What the fuck?
What is with that naked ghost out the window?
Wedge, big. We're going in. We'll go in full throttle, muchacho. That should keep these fighters off us.
Big, same blurred background. We'll stay back far enough to cover you. At that speed, will you be able to pull out in time?
The horizon twists as he begins to pull out. It will be just like Beggar's Canyon, just back home.
I'm right with you, boss. Let's go. Luke and Biggs peel off against a background of stars and dive out of frame. As Luke dives towards the Death Star's surface. At the last possible moment, he pulls out of his dive and skims the metallic terrain. Laser fire begins to stream towards camera from the horizon. Flak and laser bolts flash outside the cockpit window. We seem to have upset them, baby.
No, this is fine. I'm sure it's fine. I can see everything. It's fine.
My scope shows the tower, but I can't see the exhaust port. It must be awfully small.
I'm so
Are you sure the computer can hit it?
I'm so glad we're like
It must be awfully small.
we have fucking video of this now. I've been wanting the world to see this for some time, Bob.
Gohan!
Gohan!
Luke's X-Wing streaks through the trench, leading to the exhaust port. Flak and lasers everywhere. Pan with him as he goes.
Full shot of Biggs and Wedge as they charge through the trench. Pan up with them as they pull away. We see out Luke's X-Wing as he approaches the target. The laser bolts streaming past suddenly stop. Luke looks for the Imperial TIE fighters. He thinks for a moment, then moves his targeting device into position. Watch yourself. Increase speed, full throttle. Stop.
Where are we? I just can't see. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Sorry. This for everybody not watching. I'm scrolling with the mouse and it's incredibly sensitive and Bill's pathetic.
But I don't want to have to do anything, Bob. Just make sure everything works perfect. Yeah, this is great. Like we're right there.
What about that tower?
Don't you worry about that thing. I'll worry about it. You worry about fighters, please.
Sure. Whatever. He marks the distance to the target. Wedge looks up and sees the TIE ships. Coming in, point 3.
We got a full shot of Vader and his wingmen zooming toward the camera. Vader adjusts his controls.
Yep, you're making the approach too fast.
Stay with them, baby. Yeah, they're gonna be too fast to get it fixed there, boss. I think we're definitely gonna be fine with this one.
Over Vader's shoulder, Biggs' X-Wing flies down the trench.
They'll have to slow down before they reach that tower.
We pan across the trench wall as Biggs and Wedge race after Luke. Luke looks through the targeting device. Almost home. The computer readout homes in on the target and fires at the exhaust port.
Torpedo the way! Pull up! Pull up!
Luke's ship and this torpedoes head for the exhaust port and explode. So Luke's ship does not explode. I'm sorry, that was my
Luke's ship explodes harmlessly.
This is a pretty big difference from the final movie.
You know, this seems like it's just kind of stretching for time.
You think?
I don't know. I've always had a problem with this scene because it's just like everybody fires, they die. All right, let's send these guys. Everybody fires, they die. All right, let's fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Try it again. Oh, now this guy saves a day. Now he does it.
I
It's
will
just
say
like,
the pacing of this movie is fucking really, really weird because it's like
Yeah.
Luke is on Tatooine. He and Ben go off. They end up infiltrating the Death Star, which seems huge. That seems like a massive thing to have to do. That seems like a finale-worthy thing to have to do.
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
And then he
And
goes
then
and
they
joins
assault
the
it from
rebels
the outside.
and then they blow it up. Like there's too much. Like it should have been that they were able to infiltrate the Death Star. Maybe they get the Death Star plans while they're in there and learn
Right.
how to blow it up.
And
And
then
then
they
that's
take
the
them to
plot
the
of
rebel base.
Empire is to blow it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just there's just too much happening in this movie. Luke soars above the Death Star. Sorry.
The explosion billows out of the trench. A TIE fighter races out of the fireball. Vader moves in. He removes in on the 3 X-Wings.
Take them.
Luke soars over the Death Star, trying to evade Darth Vader. Wedge, Biggs, split up. It's the only way we'll shake them.
Luke, Biggs, and Wedge X-Wings dive towards the Death Star surface and split up. Imperial TIE fighters are in pursuit. They go after him. Vader fires on Luke.
The force is strong, baby. I'm gonna take him myself, just like I took everybody else. That's all I'm gonna keep. I'm just gonna keep saying that line.
I got this one, and that one, and the other one.
I'll call him, and I'll call him.
All
and
them.
and I'll call him, and I'll call him.
I get
cover me though. Fly with
everyone.
me and cover me, but I'm gonna take him myself.
gonna
No
get
one else fire.
everyone.
No one else fire lasers.
I want to hit every single bun.
Every single one.
Luke's X-Wing zooms, wow, animal booms overhead as a laser bolt streaks past him, kicking one of his wings close to the engine.
The left engine begins to spark as he fights to regain control of his wavering ship. He dives down into the trench. I'm hit, but not too bad. R2, see if you know how to do something about that.
R2 pops out of his nest and starts to repair the damaged engine fin. The canyon wall rushes by in the background, making his delicatessen even more precarious.
What?
From inside the cockpit, he maneuvers through some protruding towers in the trench.
Hang on back there, muchacho.
R2 bobs around and as the ship bobs and waves past the towers. Tracking with Luke's X-Wing as it streaks across the trench surface. Flak and lasers blow everything up next to him, but they don't kill him. R2's still working. Luke, there's the flak and lasers still.
I think you got it, R2. I thinned that fit. Just try to lock it down.
Lasers streak around.
An Imperial gunner inside the Death Star fires at Luke's ship. Luke looks around in all directions. The lasers and flak pound him. I think we lost those fires, R2. Blue group. This is Blue 5. Are you clear? Everyone else is dead.
Luke's X-Wing flies up out of the infested trench, zooms out of the top of the frame. Wedge flies high over the Death Star.
Forgot about Wedge.
I'm here waiting, boss.
I'm on my way. Blue 3, are you clear? Biggs.
Biggs flies high over the Death Star.
I've had some trouble, but I think I have lost him somehow in space. Not sure.
I know it's dark all around me. It's
I know.
blackness, and I'm driving a big metal thing with lights on it.
And there certainly are only 3 of us.
But I managed to confuse and lose him. Stupid. An Imperial TIE fighter drops in behind him, and he peels off and dives for the Death Star surface, trying to avoid it. He twists out of his dive.
Hold on, baby. I'll be right there.
Omitted, Biggs is dead. That's
yeah.
How great would that be? I'll be right there. Scene missing, funeral of Biggs.
The end.
Princess Leia returns her general's worried and doubtful glances with a solid, grim determination. 3PO seems nervous.
Oh, hang on, mister. You better hang on.
I want 3PO back in every movie from here on out. He's so pleasant.
Oh, hello there.
I want a monologue out of this.
Yeah.
I was born just a humble farm boy.
I'm a robo boy. If I ever saw one, see me, you see me, you see me.
You see this? You see that?
I know all about me.
I'm in love with me.
Whatever.
Whatever. Luke and Wedge's X-wing fighters close up on the Death Star. Fuck it.
Whatever.
Luke
They're
is
high
there
around.
too.
They look for Biggs.
We're going in, Biggs. Join up. Biggs, are you all right? Biggs, Wedge, do you see him anywhere?
He looks around at Luke's window. Wedge's X-wing bobbing all right next to Luke's ship. He looks up at his left. Nothing. Wait a little longer.
Luke does. He looks around again. We can't wait. We've got to go now. I don't think he made it.
Hey, you guys. What are you waiting for?
Luke looks behind him to his right. Inside Luke's cockpit point of view from Luke looking at Biggs, roaring past the cockpit window and pulling out ahead.
Biggs looks back at Luke.
Don't ever give up on him, my old asshole.
No one cares about you, Biggs.
Yeah.
No one cared if you lived or died.
The 3 X-wings in formation above the Death Star surface. Her horizon races behind them again. An officer approaches Governor Tarkin.
Nagin. Oh, wait, that's the officer.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, Nikhil. Oh, wait,
I got
no, never
really
mind.
excited.
Yeah.
We've analyzed our attack plan, sir. Is there any danger? Should we make plans to evacuate? Your ship is standing by.
Ha! Yes. Evacuate. On a moment of triumph, I think you overestimate their chances.
Everyone seems frozen in place as they wait for Luke to make his run. One of the generals shakes his head. The Princess Leia moves next to Dodonna.
Luke does a dive. The Death Star races up behind him. We're going in.
Keep going, my friend. My little boy.
Ben, how are you doing this? You died a long time ago.
Luke dives towards the death. Like, this has already happened once.
I know. I agree. All right. So Luke dives, levels off, lasers stream at him. He's looking in the cockpit. Lasers and flak burst around him everywhere. R2, that stabilizer has broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down again. Is this a mistake? I honestly am wondering if this is a mistake.
I don't know, man.
R2, ignoring the bumpy ride, flak and lasers, struggles to repair it. Out the window, flak and stuff stream by, buffeted by the ship as he
Same
approaches
thing.
the target.
All this is like flak and lasers.
Wedge is about to say, here we go again. So they fight for a while. Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Vader and his men are zooming across the Death Star trench. Vader adjusts his control stick. This is a loop.
Yeah, man.
This is a straight up loop. Keep going. Keep going. What page are we on? This is insane.
Oh, so this is when Luke is looking into his targeting device. He moves it away for a moment and ponders its use.
Okay.
Then he looks back into the computer targeter.
Okay. So maybe we're out of the loop.
Computer
then?
targeting device calculates the ship's relationship to the exhaust port.
Jesus.
Biggs looks around. Hurry, baby. The fighters are racing overhead. Vader squeezes the fire buttons. Biggs dies. Nope. Biggs' cockpit explodes.
but he
says, hold on, wait a minute. And then he explodes into a million flames.
So at first it exploded around him, and he was like, thank God, it just exploded completely around me.
Wow, this is perfect. I
It didn't blow up anywhere near the middle where I am.
And then he explodes into a million pieces.
Only the outside of my basement team.
Wedge reacts to Biggs' death. We lost Biggs.
Full shot of Luke's X-Wing streak past the trench.
Yeah, they're fucking... Han Solo isn't even in here yet.
You're all clear,
Oh my
kid. Now let's
God.
blow this thing and go home.
You're right. All right, speed read. Luke reacts to Biggs' death. He's sad, but he's okay. We're a couple of shooting stars, Biggs, and we'll
Close
never
it
be
up,
stopped.
Biggs, whatever.
Biggs was mostly cut out of the movie, and maybe this is why. I don't need to see Luke crying about it and talking about how there are a couple of shooting stars.
Yeah.
Close it up, Wedge. You can't do any more good back there. R2, try to increase the power.
R2 repairs the damaged stabilizer again.
Luke races along the trench as Wedge pulls up alongside him. 3 TIE fighters shoot through the trench after them. Vader takes aim on Luke and talks to his wingman.
I'll take this one, baby.
You always
Same.
take them, sir. Please make sure you tell me one by
Whoa,
one.
You got a point.
Yep,
When I'm targeting one, I don't want anyone else shooting at the ones I target, baby.
fair enough, my chacho.
You know what? Maybe I'll just go out alone next time.
I
I killed all of them.
could
You guys didn't kill any.
Could you kill me? Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Well, that was lucky. It exploded all around me, but
I
I'm
should
alive.
be fine right here in the middle. Bizarre. Through
well, this is simply bizarre.
He tries to take aim on Luke's constantly bobbing and weaving X-Wing. Luke is right in front of Wedge on his left side. Luke concentrates on his targeting device, hardly noticing the laser bolts around him. The X-Wing shudders under the impact of a flak burst. R2 sees it happen too. Wedge's ship wavers as he struggles to regain control. There are several small electrical flashes as the control panel explodes. He gets the ship under control, though.
I've got a malfunction, Luke. I can't stay with you.
Okay, Wedge, get clear.
Bye-bye, baby.
Bye-bye.
Also, do not go in there.
So he knew before he
He said it before, yeah.
Even
He meant,
before
don't
he-
come into my ship.
don't.
Don't come in here. That's what he meant to say.
Also, do not leave your ship and enter mine.
Somehow, miraculously in space.
Because of this.
Oops.
Hadn't done it yet.
Now I got a big problem. I'm going to head back, baby.
I've been hit. I'm gonna kill myself.
The 2 X-Wings charge through the trench. Vader's bears down on Luke's. Vader fires. R2 fucking gets caught in
Does
fire,
a
and there's
thing,
a
sure.
smoking shell.
Yeah.
The arms go limp. Oh, so he just gets blasted and he's dead.
Fuck
R2's
him.
dead.
No more.
Vader's wingman, laser bolt streak past. There's another wingman to look up.
What?
Out of the sun charges Han Solo and his pirate Mantor ship.
I'm sorry. What do you think that means?
Mantor ship.
He zips out in his pilot Mantor ship.
Heading right for the TIE ships, Vader's wingman panics at the sight of the pirate ship diving for him and yanks back on his control stick to avoid the collision.
Full tracking shot, we look down on the TIE fighters racing through the trench. Han swoops in, causing the wingman to peel off, hitting Vader as he goes. There's a small explosion. 2 giant fins collide. It's fine. As soon as the wingman leaves frame, his ship explodes, but Vader is miraculously fine for some reason. Vader... The impact of the collision throws him out of control and creates havoc in his control board. He looks around frantically, trying to salvage the situation. Vader's ship spins out of control with a bent solar fin, heading for deep space. Full shot of the pirate starship as it swings around and heads back toward Luke. Stars and Death Star horizon in the background. Han and Chewbacca are in there grinning ear to ear.
Blow it up, baby. Hope that wasn't your friend. I have no way to know.
I really have no way of knowing who that was.
I don't know who was in there, and I hope it wasn't you. I hope I'm helping the right guy, baby.
I hope I didn't just blast you, Luke.
I hope I didn't blast your big man, big old butt, baby. Bye-bye.
Luke looks up and smiles and looks back into the targeting device. Ben talks to him again. He has second thoughts, moves away. He mumbles around. Base to Blue 5, your targeting device is switched off. What the hell?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine here. How are you?
He switches the targeting to manual, pushes the button.
The frustration I'm feeling right now, I actually feel in watching the movie around this
just
time.
like,
because at this
God.
point, they obviously cut stuff out of this to get to the final movie, but the final movie still feels like it's about 5,000 years long.
Yeah. It's all this scene. Nothing is it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Unreasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. The torpedoes shoot toward the Death Star's surface. The exhaust port is not visible at this distance, and the torpedoes seem to simply disappear into the surface and not explode. A close shot of the torpedoes going into the exhaust port.
Wedge flies high over the Death Star, looking down at the exhaust port. You did it. They went right in.
Han and Chewbacca are high over the Death Star. Chewbacca is howling for joy. Remember, he's a baboon creature.
Yeah.
In this.
Hey, baby, good shot, kid. That was probably probably zillion. 1 zillion. I don't know.
Luke leaves the
You
Death
can't hear me
Star.
anyway. You can't hear what I'm saying.
R2 still clings to Luke's ship.
Can Luke, for some reason, hear anything like anybody in a
Yeah,
spaceship says nearby? He can't hear Han, right?
I mean, I
Like,
don't know, man.
Han Solo is probably just like holding up like a fucking simple remote control and being like, I'm coming to get you, Luke. Don't worry. I won't
Coming to get you, kid.
won't let you down.
Still on my way, sweetie.
Tell you a story, buddy.
Anyway,
idiot.
the rebel ship, several X-Wing, Y-Wing, and the pirate ship race over the camera toward Yavin in the distance. Oh, wait. Did it explode?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Death Star explodes.
We skimmed over that.
Skim right over that. There's a distance rumbling and a muted explosion. They leave. They're all
We read
safe.
all that other bullshit and we skimmed over the one moment where the fucking thing actually
Yeah,
explodes.
whatever, man. So the Death Star explodes. They all leave. They're safe.
Fuck it. Glad you were here to see it. Now let's get some He can just hear him for some. Why the fuck can he hear? Any spaceships that are in nearby proximity can just talk to each other?
I guess you can open a comm link. Bling. Open. Accept. Deny.
I'm gonna get you, baby. Why'd you unfriend me, Luke? My big old Facebook machine. What?
On big old Facebook. Fuck.
Put me on big Facebook.
A black and smoldering R2 clings to his ship. On Yavin, they race towards Yavin.
Sure.
The rebel ship racing out of frame, leaving the moon-like Death Star alone. Against the blanket of stars, several small flashes appear on the surface.
The Death Star supernova creates a spectacular heavenly display. Now Luke climbs out of his starship fighter and is cheered by a throng of ground crew and pilots. The fried little R2 is lifted off the back of the ship and carried off under the worried eyes of 3PO.
Oh, my. R2, can you hear me? Hey, say something, mister. You can repair him, can't you?
No.
Oh, you gotta, baby. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears will help, I will donate them for this little man over here. He's
Give me
my little
give
brother.
me your head.
He's my little brother. He gonna take my head, dang
Give
it.
me your hair.
Take my hair, dang it.
My robo
I
hair.
won't give you my ham.
I knew you. Oh, fuck.
Han, Chewbacca, and Luke are slapping each other on the asses.
Just in a big circle. I knew you'd come back. I just knew it. I would have been nothing but space dust if you hadn't sailed in like that, Han Solo. Well, baby, I couldn't very well let a flying fat fuck farm face boy go against that
Face
thing.
boy.
What was that thing? Besides, I feel terrible about leaving Luke, leaving you to take all the credit and get the reward.
They all
I mean,
laugh. They see Leia rushing toward them. You did it, Luke. You did it.
She hugs Luke and he spins her around. Then she goes over to Han. She grabs him, hugging and laughing.
And yo, I knew there was more to you than money.
Luke makes a short glance up at the ceiling, almost expecting to see Ben there. Why? A warm smile crosses his face. That's where he always saw Ben, on the ceiling. Right?
Well, he's not up there. I heard a ghost voice earlier.
I think he's right there.
Luke, 3PO, Han, and Chewbacca enter the huge ruins of the main temple. Hundreds of troops are lined up in neat rows. Banners are flying. At the far end stands a vision in white, the beautiful young Senator Leia. Luke and the others solemnly march up the long aisle and kneel before the Senator Leia. From one side of the temple marches a shined-up and fully repaired R2-D2. He waddles up like
This
a little
kooky,
baby.
crazy
up
scene's
to
gone
the
out
group
of control.
and stands next to 3PO, and who is there to see it all? Chewbacca, he's confused. Dodonna and several other dignitaries sit on the left of Princess Leia, dressed in a long white dress. Beautiful Princess Leia.
Beautiful.
She rises and places a gold medallion around Han's neck, repeats the ceremony with Luke. They turn to face the camera, and they all blow a kiss before fade out. End credits, picture of a spaceship.
The
A
end.
couple of little men walking around with a nice spaceship here.
Well, that's it, guys. That's the script that we got from www.starwars.com/starkiller.
Star Wars.
The fuck is that? WARZ. Well, Bob, what'd you think of that?
That was the movie.
Not the greatest finale, right?
Finale, it was just really boring to read.
So fucking boring to read, man. It's
still the
boring to
movie.
watch. Part 2 of this show, part 2 of the of Star Wars is the greatest thing that I
Part
think that
2
we've-
was fantastic.
maybe that we've ever done.
That may be the best episode we've ever had.
But holy.
Part 1,
fucking-
2, and 3 were really fun.
Yeah, okay.
But
fair
like
enough.
most movies we read on Studio Rejects, Part
Just hate
4
reading action.
fucking falls apart,
Yeah,
and it's just a struggle to get through.
I agree. Well, maybe someday we will return to Star Wars because, of course, Star Wars The Force Awakens has just come out, which is why we're reading this. But next year, Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story, will be unleashed. So maybe we'll do something like Empire. Or maybe we'll read something like Empire when Star Wars Episode 8 comes out in a mere 18 months.
We should read Episode 1.
I would love to read Episode 1.
The
which
Gungas.
features Yoda, like you might see if you're watching us live right now on YouTube. You can see a little Yoda right there.
He's right here. How long and crooked my arm is.
Oh, I hope you guys go to YouTube and look us up and subscribe and watch
Go to Google,
this.
type in YouTube first.
I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. I want to make sure that you guys know that Bobby and I have both seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, and we've already recorded a pretty long conversation about the movie that covers just about everything that you'd want to hear us talk
And then I
about.
talk about a scary man who tried to get a job at 2 a.m. at my work.
That is true. Bobby went on an adventure in real life. Now, that's going to come out on Will and Bobby Know Everything this Monday, so make sure you check that out. There are going to be spoilers all over the place. But this is the end of the road for Studio Rejects and Star Wars.
Well, not for Studio Rejects.
Why?
Well, it's not the end of the road for us.
Well, with Star Wars.
With Star
it is.
Wars,
The
sure.
Star Wars.
And I
road.
loved it, baby.
Yes.
That theme song was great. Call me Mr. Magic Mike. Ooh, baby, baby. Call me Mr. Magic Man. Oh, man. Oh, you know.
It's like he had 2 ice creams. Go to YouTube to find out what that
Go to
means.
YouTube to find out my 2 ice creams.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you have anything that you would like to talk to us about, including Star Wars, including any movies, including recommendations for future Studio Rejects, you can please do so on Twitter.
Follow my blog. Add me on Instagram at Big Mama's House 2.
Talk to me on Twitter at Will Rogers 2000.
Talk to me on Twitter at Little David. Well, I should give my real Twitter, right?
I guess,
At
I
Bobby
don't know.
Kester, BOBBYKOESTER. If you want to hear it again, fuck you, rewind it.
Do it. Make sure that you're following TalkBomb
Huge.
on Facebook, on Twitter to keep up to date with what we are working on. We're doing a lot of gaming shows. We're doing a lot of podcasts. And we'll see you on Book Club Schmook Club Friday, where we are going to finish Ready Player One.
And make sure in like 2 weeks, we are holding the first annual WB3 conference. You know, I say this at the end of every episode for the past like 2 weeks, and what do you think it's gonna be, Bill?
I think it'll be us standing against a wall.
You think I'll bring my green screen over and we'll
Yeah,
We'll have a
just make up shit.
show?
Just make up dumb shit.
All right, that's
Can't wait
the
for that.
WB3 conference where we reveal
New
to you
Year.
all of our Halo 5 Guardians. coming
Hashtag
out.
Baby New Year.
That's me. I fuck. I don't know.
That's me. I fuck. Is that? Jesus.
Hashtag
Well-
Baby New Year. Hashtag Find a Baby's Junior near you.
Yeah.
Game over.
All right. I guess that's it then. Bye bye. Bye bye.
That's it.
Nice. Good show, dude.
Was anyone actually watching us do that?
I have no idea. I tried to look at it on my phone and I couldn't figure it out. No, nobody was in there. It was too late. It was like 1 in the fucking morning.
yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, whatever. Makes me horny.
Wait a minute.